For today's case study, we are going to focus in on NerdWallet. So in all these case studies, we're highlighting companies that have a higher negative feedback score on Glassdoor than positive. And so if we scroll down here, we're just looking, okay, so 45% negative, 19% neutral, and 35% positive. That's relatively glaring. Now, the getting the interview, I'm always looking at this category: 59% applied online, 19% recruiter, 13% employee referral, etc. This is actually a really nice mix. Difficulty is a 3-1. Usually you don't see the difficulty go over 3, so 3-1's a little bit on the higher end, but obviously some glaring stuff. 179 reviews, so there's quite a bit of feedback, so we can just kind of dive in. The biggest thing I want to show here before I dive into my doc, which is just going to go through the high level stuff instead of going page through page, is you can see we really haven't been responding to this feedback lately, and that's really important. Always want to respond to this feedback as an organization. So let's go over and kind of just chat through really high level some of the challenge areas that feedback uncovered. So some of the themes from the feedback are there was definitely a lack of interviewer training and just understanding how to interview. That came up multiple times. Too many interviews. People really complained about that. A long process. Another time that was multiple. And then just lack of professionalism and rescheduling. These are all pretty common items. Now, from a recruiter process perspective, we're almost always seeing with these negative reviews, lots of ghosting, unclear expectations. That can be, there can be a little bit more just figuring out a way to set a process for setting clearer expectations. Long turnaround time, so that could also mean recruiters just took a long time to get back to people. And then lack of personalized rejection, again, very common. Not saying why they got rejected. Now, again, there's some legality there. But these were the themes, and these themes were consistent throughout that feedback. And again, we had really good numbers, 179 reviews. So let's do the dive into LinkedIn and just talk a little bit about a LinkedIn branding strategy. We don't need to talk about the careers page and the careers site. I think everything there looked very clean, very good, so no need to cover that. Salaries were posted for, states that needed to be posted. They were highlighting a bunch of good things, so we don't need to go there. So let's go through LinkedIn, because if you've watched any of these previous ones, you know I love to go through LinkedIn. So let's start with Tim. So Tim is the CEO. I see this a lot from CEOs. There's no branding of his organization here. And that to me just is very, very surprising. There really should be branding up here, especially if you're the CEO. And then I go down here and sometimes these LinkedIn links break. So it just shows me that Tim really doesn't use LinkedIn at all and isn't using it as a positive way to brand his organization. Next, we move on to, I don't know if it's Lynn or Linny. Now, she is the CPO, the Chief People Officer. Now, NerdWallet is branded up here, and that's good, but I always want to see something more customized. If she's the CPO, let's just scroll down a little bit here. So I highlighted this, recruiting. So she is responsible for HR, recruiting, and real estate operations. That's a lot. I want really a lead person just handling talent. But if talent is part of the job, there should be some push to openings here. And she's got a decent following of 3,000 people. Now, again, with the name, I'm not sure if it's Lisa. Very surprising to see a head of talent without a picture. That's really surprising. This background picture, again, it's really calling out NerdWallet. But if I'm head of talent, I'm definitely highlighting some of the key roles that are open, even in this photo. But there's no push here. They can go in creator mode and push everybody to their open jobs up here, and no highlighted open positions. And maybe because Liza is head of talent, she should be pushing people towards roles that are open on her team. And none of that exists. And then as I just kind of scroll down, it's been 10 months, but this is, a little bit of cookie cutter at the top. There is a little bit more specificity here with some videos, which I do like. Which shows me, again, she knows how to use the tool, so it's a little surprising that the up top piece is not as clean as it needs to be. So let's get into the recruiters. I just want to spend a little bit of time here. This is an obvious opportunity for branding to get NerdWallet, to get more of the right talent in front of the roles. A lot of the negative feedback happened to be on the recruiting side. That's not uncommon, but there are opportunities for the recruiting team here. So with Amber, City Landscape, this should be highlighting the brand and maybe calling out the roles she hires for. Technical recruiter at NerdWallet doesn't tell me the type of roles. Then there's no push with a link here to the open jobs or any of the open positions she's working on. And then technical recruiter for almost 2 years. I don't know what positions she recruits for. Then there's Rachel, again, branding up here, but I want to brand, have her use something like Canva to push me towards what types of positions she recruits for. And then it's just senior recruiter. Again, no link to push me to the jobs and none of her open jobs up here. And then I just know senior recruiter. I don't know exactly what she's working on. Naomi. Now, Naomi appears to have been there for 4 years and 10 months. Very few connections for a recruiter. No branding, no jobs, no link to the careers page. I'm not sure if Naomi is there. Based on this profile, I would say it's unlikely that she's still there. But I've just never seen a recruiter with so few connections on LinkedIn. Amanda, no branding. Again, no push to the careers page or open jobs here. And then senior technical recruiter, that's over a year. I don't know what roles Amanda recruits for. Then we get to Emma. Again, no branding up here. You're going to see some consistent themes. Now, currently she's a talent partner. Now, engineering recruiter, this is very specific in driving people to the careers page, which again can be put right here if they just go on creator mode, and they can put that link right here. But I don't know currently what talent partner means. It's just an unknown to me. Now, Dee's is an interesting profile. The colorful cats is fun, and Dee's got a really fun LinkedIn picture, but again, no push to the careers page, no push to the jobs. So I do like that she put senior recruiter product and design. That tells me something, but all these links, we should be pushing these links up to the top. So this is an opportunity for her to up her profile. Now, Catherine, again, no branding up here, no pushing me to the jobs. And then as we scroll down, DEI talent manager for almost 5 years. I would really be branding and pushing that up top. Now with Kirsten is again a manager of talent ops and programs. So I would think somebody with programs would be branding and putting open positions here. And then sometimes you'll see a lot of this. This is kind of like corporate speak. It's the whatever they put on their corporate page. This is not what should be put in the experience section. This doesn't tell me anything about what you're doing. And, you know, this has been a long time, 7 years, 7 months. So I'd like to see a little bit more there. Now, Amanda, she had some fun with the banner. So I love this stuff. I would want it to look a little bit cleaner. This is really, really hard to read. And then she could say senior recruiter hiring software engineers, back-end engineers right in here. And then it would be really great. I don't see any push to NerdWallet here. No open positions. Again, and no push to the careers page. And then senior recruiter. Again, I don't know what she recruits for. Last one, I know it's a lot, but I just want to show thematically the lack of branding and push to the positions on LinkedIn. Now, Doug, I saw a couple people with this. This is like the NASDAQ NerdWallet, but it gets cut off. It's not clean. I get that they're pushing that they're a public company. That doesn't necessarily help me with anything. Talent at NerdWallet. And then I just scroll down, technical NerdWallet, and the careers are down here. But you can put a clickable link up here and open positions up here. Doug is also the only male recruiter I saw at the organization. So obviously, this is a company that touts DEI. Obviously, having a balance in any single position is always going to be beneficial. I really hope this helps. I know I do quite a deep dive into LinkedIn, but I think the LinkedIn branding strategy comes back to hiring and recruiting and ultimately will yield better results for NerdWallet. Hope you enjoyed it.